And let's welcome our guest, Mr. Keron Greasley. He is an entrepreneur, and we are talking a new app, a WeApp. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Very good to have you. All right, so it's entrepreneurship conference, entrepreneurial conference and expo.
That's right.
Let's talk about it, what it's about, and of course, it's on the October the 30th.
That's right.
Venue, the TBA, venue TBA. Where's TBA?
So we are currently in the process of selecting two major venues because we'll be splitting the event in multiple categories. So we would be announcing that within the coming week in terms of the actual venue in the East.
Very good. All right, so let's talk about this entrepreneurship conference and expo. What is it? What is it about, and what is it hoping to achieve?
All right. So since we launched our app, we were able to put together quite an extensive list of entrepreneurs. So we're providing a platform where they could now exhibit physically with multiple target audiences. We're providing them with videography, we're providing them with photography to promote them in advance of the event and giving them all the necessary digital tools to help them promote their services.
All right, so this is on the 30th of October, and
Yes.
is it free? How do you register? And tell us, let's walk us through.
So we have a help desk, 777-9000, so they could WhatsApp that number and register there for all merchants. We also have a website, www.weappworld.com.
And let's say young entrepreneurs now starting out may have not yet created their own app and so on. The guidance will be provided as to how best to set that up.
Yes, actually.
So
So we created what you call the WeApp ecosystem, and we're providing a platform where we could we provide training for entrepreneurs. If they have an idea, they have a concept, from conceptualization to execution, to raising capital, integrating with other apps as well. So we provide that as well for businesses, a full ecosystem. So whether it's a food business, a delivery business, you name it, staycation, we support multiple lines of business.
Very good. I see you have your entrepreneur club.
Yes.
And you said, let's go together. Benefits are free, free
Co-working
private,
spaces.
right, co-working space, free private office space, free conference room, free training room, free event space, creative space, and all that is free. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to wrap that around my head. How does that work?
So think of it like a gym. If you're going to work out, you have a membership at the gym, but they get access to all of these wonderful equipment to help build your body and strengthen your body. And it's a similar concept in terms of providing the office space for companies. We provide the infrastructure for businesses of all sizes to help them grow and strengthen their business. Not everyone will be able to afford a $15,000, $20,000, a month office facility. So we've made the necessary investments at our headquarters and multiple sites where we could provide these services for companies. So we provide them with co-working spaces, office spaces, websites, e-commerce, event space, podcast space. So even someone that has a dream or a vision to start their own podcast, we also invest in that as well.
Very good. So because when well, let's say I decide to do my own podcast, for the camera, the microphone, the whole setup, the space in which I go in to operate like Larry King and so on. Let's talk about that. And we'll talk cost in a minute. So let's say it might be a little 2x4 space, and you're just there and you're doing your podcast. How does that work? How does one get the necessary infrastructure? And what you provide for this young entrepreneur?
So in terms of the infrastructure, our headquarters, we cover over 20,000 square feet, multiple office spaces, and each one has been outfitted with the necessary equipment based on the concept. So if an entrepreneur just needs a space for a workshop, we have that. If they just want a space for a private meeting room, we have that. If it is they want to do physiotherapy, we have that. But in terms of the podcast, we have all the necessary cameras, we have the encoders, the decoders, the switching equipment, we do the editing, we have the staff. So the entrepreneur don't have to put out max capital. They basically come with an idea, a concept, and then we work it out at a budget they could afford.
Very good. Let's go to that part of it, the budget, because that's important.
Okay.
So the podcast may earn a certain amount of US per month.
Well, depending.
Well, let's work with the percentage. Right. So he's basically paying for the services provided.
Correct.
Which is, well, you're paying a rent basically for these equipment because these are not yours.
We like to use the term as a managed service.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. And so how do you work out your percentage? When you have in the industry of, as an actor or presenter and so on, you have 10% of what you make.
Right.
Tell us about what is your fee.
All right.
Let's say just with dealing with the podcast, so as we move on to others.
So in some cases, based on the work required, based on the volume, based on the number of episodes, in that scenario, we could work out like a monthly subscription. And that could be as low as $2.99 a month, $4.99 a month, $1,000 a month, based on how many episodes, if it's 1 a week, 4 a month, that kind of thing. If a company doesn't have any sort of equity, any cash, and they say, you know what, we're willing to work with you, we're willing to divest or equity investment, those are conversations we could have. So even someone with zero capital and a good idea, we work with all sizes.
Okay, so you see the potential, and you support the idea with the investment with yield.
So we call it from conceptualization to execution. And the strategic planning that happens in between. And the infrastructure is what provides the covering and the strength to make it happen.
All right, I want to go back to the conference, which is really, and an expo as well.
Yes.
Just tell us what that entails in detail, who is invited. If not, how can you be part of it by registration, and is there a fee for registration?
Okay, so in terms of the expo itself, we are extending an invitation to the small, medium-sized enterprises. We have certain corporate enterprise partners that are coming on board, but this visit here, first and foremost, is to extend an invitation to the Tobago businesses, right, as well. We want to have a contingent from Tobago representing, and obviously from the Trinidad market as well, the SMB market. We want to have a nice section from automotive, real estate, consultants, catering, tech, you name it. So it would be a vast majority of different categories that we're including in the event. For contact information to register, we have a WhatsApp help desk, 777-9000. Our website, www.weappworld.com. And we have booths as low as 1,500 for persons interested in exhibiting. Right.
So is this a venue or this is online?
No, this is a full venue, physical venue, right? That they would have it. It would be hosted at the Center of Excellence on October 30th. And however, we would be, for those who register, we would be holding an annual-based virtual expo. So members would be able to have a virtual presence in addition to this one-time, or annual expo. That they can market the business annually as well.
Cost of registration, if there is any?
The cost of registration is $1,500 TT per business.
Very good. All right.
But it's free for the general public to attend. So we're extending invitation to schools, universities, corporate companies, the THA, etc., to visit and so on. So it will be a free public event. But for the entrepreneurs who wish to exhibit, there's a $1,500 registration fee.
All right. So let's talk about what the conference will entail in terms of the speakers, maybe international, local, I don't know, entrepreneurs that could inspire. Just speak about the program.
In terms of the speakers, we more or less broke it down in terms of the needs of businesses starting off. So we have accountants, persons over 20 years in accounting. We have attorneys, right? We have technology providers in terms of providing that infrastructure. We have consultants. We have persons in terms of raising capital. So it's a nice dynamic amount of speakers that will be adding value in addition to the exhibiting. We're also hosting a breakfast meeting as well. That would run from, I think, 6 to 8 as well. So for corporate companies and our partners and our sponsors, and that would also beyond the day itself.
Very interesting. All right, so we're clear on the conference, obviously, at Center of Excellence,
Center of Excellence.
on the 10th of October.
The 30th of October.
30th.
Yeah.
What is it? 10th? The 30th, sorry.
30th of
30th of
October.
October. All right. Right. So we clear on the registration and what have you. Now, what is the difference with you? What cuts you apart from the other service providers for entrepreneurs? I hear some people say, there are others that may be not so, that are accessible.
Right.
But what cuts you apart or make you
I think that is a great question, and I think it's a matter of the heart. For me, my story, I lost my dad at the age of 12, right? And my mom migrated to North America on my 18th birthday, right? That being said, so I understand what it is to lose a father at a young age. I understand what it is not to inherit wealth. I understand I've been in business over 20 years personally, and I know the challenges with banks, support, and so on. So being in the trenches, I've been in the telecommunication sector from the ground up, outside plant, straight into the executive suite. So understanding these aspects now, it's a matter of the heart. We're providing services knowing the pain from being threatened to lose your home, losing vehicles, understanding the risk that comes with business. You may have passion, but it's serious. Understanding the importance of finance, managing your cash flow, managing partners, managing the types of friends in terms of the energy you want to bring into your organization. So this is not just a business for us. This is passion, and this is from the heart. Another thing, much providers, I don't want to judge, but a lot of the bottom line for most businesses is the dollars, dollars and cents.
You shared a very intimate part of your life,
right.
And how you got here.
Right.
There are businesses or people go into business and they don't know the difference between, and this is I'm hoping that will be part of your conference, so as to inform businesses or people who run businesses that there is capital, there is expenditure, and there's profit.
All right.
And are those details going to be flushed out? Because there are people who come to your conference, sit down there, and still feel they could run it like a parlay.
Right.
Every 25 cents, they don't know that 5 cents is the profit.
That's right.
And they go on with the rest and do it. All right, so let's talk those integral parts. Given you shared that personal thing with you, you ventured into business, and today is a success story.
Right.
There are people out there with just a dream.
Correct.
However, they don't have a clue as to how to run business.
Yes.
Will that be part of your conference? And if not, why not?
So you touched on a great point. So in addition to the solutions and the services we provided, we also, our parent company, Think Mobile Group, we launched Think Academy, and it's a school of entrepreneurship. And we've created a number of different modules that will be a combination of online and at our physical academy, at our headquarters. So we're not just providing the solutions and the membership, but training is important, understanding accounting, contracts, legal requirements, not putting yourself into situations where you sign agreements and they realize, well, they're operating at a loss, So you have to be careful and have the right advisors in terms of that aspect.
Right. After attending the conference, I get all of that. I'm willing to go in. I've hired you as my service provider.
Right.
However, I may have to hire professionals.
Sure.
What advice do you give? Let's say a fella, he don't have a clue. All he have is the idea.
So
he liked this thing and he wants to get into this. Let's say, I don't know, hair products, let's choose anything.
Right.
And but he just don't know how to do the books, which is the accounting, so that he knows at the end of the day, this is the, for the year, this is your turnover. And in some cases, people look for profit in a year time. And in some cases, the business now settling down. Speak to us from that standpoint.
So we help them to what they call manage expectations and to have realistic projections. So going back to the gym concept, sometimes you go to a gym and you could just go and use whatever equipment, but there's no experience like having a personal trainer at the gym. It's chalk and cheese in terms of results. So it's the same concept in the Entrepreneur Club. We have a network of specialized knowledge, accountants, attorneys, technology providers, trainers. So it's not, so we are walking, holding your hand. It's business coaching on demand. So it's not a situation where you just sign up and there you go and in the corner. We coming with you showing you how to push the barbell, how to strengthen your business in different ways. So we provide that advisory and long-term consultative approach to businesses.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so you're getting everything. All right, but I just want to, as we get ready to wrap, the What's Next podcast, obviously, you're having a launch party on Republic Day.
Right.
Speak to us about that.
All right. So the What's Next podcast, it's a lead up to the What's Next Expo. So with most expos, persons or merchants will just sign up and show up on the day and just expect the whole world to come to visit them. But think of the top entertainers in the world when they're having concerts anywhere. They would have marketing sometimes 3 months in advance, every day on radio, every day on TV, and these are the international artists. So the same way with our entrepreneurs, we are doing video production, we are doing infomercials to promote them in advance of the expo. So in other words, we are marketing them before they even sit down in the expo. So that's what the podcast is about. And the philosophy is, start here and go anywhere. And that's our approach.
That's your tagline or just a philosophy by you?
A combination of both.
All right. So, all right. Well, so I think exciting times, obviously. 30th of October, and of course, Center of Excellence, and of course, register online. You can?
Yes, you can register. Visit us at www.weappworld.com and contact us 24/7 via our help desk at 777-9000 via WhatsApp, or you can call direct as well.
Very good. And the numbers to call?
777.
Just one more time. 777.
9000.
9000. Okay. All right. And of course, you can. For those of us here in Tobago, obviously, to travel to Center of Excellence, inconvenience of flight and delay and so on. Is there any intent to bring the very physical aspect of that conference to Tobago at some point in time, so that we can have face-to-face and so on?
Right. So absolutely, we've been in discussions with Trico Industries, the majority cable provider in the area, and they are very passionate about growing businesses and expanding in terms of their reach and in terms of the vision that they have done in terms of a local representative and the excellent work they have done. So we have stakeholders in Tobago that we'll be working with to ensure we provide this same sort of conference on the island of Tobago as well.
Excellent. All right. All right. But anything else you want to share before you go, and that's it?
I mean, just my word. I know it may be challenging for businesses from the U.S. aspect to the dealing with the banks, different aspects. My message to Trinidad and Tobago is to keep the faith, push through, and give your best. And as the saying goes, God will do the rest.
Very good. All right. Thank you, man. And all the best to you.